Good afternoon. My name is Hans Christian, and it's a pleasure to be here today and represent SoilSteam International. More than 25 years ago, my father and two other farmers began experimenting to find alternatives to chemicals in agriculture because they had great difficulty fighting fungi and weed in the soil. Let me start by taking you 70 years back in time. Can you believe that we had gone from a simple farming community with animals as machine and no chemicals to a society with industrial farming and dependence on pesticides in just 70 years? In the 1950s, the chemicals came into agriculture and they were cheap and easy to use. And no one thought about the consequences. We needed them, but it also had a price. The use has become far too big. We use 4 million tons of pesticides, 250,000 truckloads every year. These chemicals does not disappear after use. They end up in water, soil, and air. And next year, we will spray another 4 million tons. The world community has begun to ban pesticides. One of the world's largest pesticide producers lost recently in court and had to pay nearly $300 million to a caretaker who had been destroyed after using Roundup. Roundup is the most common pesticide in the world. United Nations says that we need to increase food production by 60% within 2050, and EU has decided to reduce the use of pesticides by 50% before 2030. So we are removing the most powerful tool we have to secure large crops in the same time as we need much bigger crops. This is a paradox. I have met many frustrated farmers who say they don't know how to manage without the chemicals. So what if there is a solution? A solution that controls weed without pesticides and herbicides. A solution that increases harvest and quality of all kinds of berries, vegetables, fruit, and herbs. A solution that gives the farmer better income in the same time as he is less exposed for harmful chemicals. This seems impossible, right? Well, it is possible. There is a solution. And this brings me back to my father and his two friends. Soil steaming was taught in agricultural schools as late as in the 1960s. But the knowledge disappeared when the chemicals were both cheap and easy to use. My father started to see the weaknesses of pesticides in his production. He started working on this technology again in the 1990s. He is the reason that SoilSteam International has the most advanced technology in the world for steaming soil today. We have built and tested 3 different prototypes, and technology is now so efficient that we are a realistic alternative to the chemicals. We have tested our technology on several different vegetables, and we have documented 15% greater harvest on Chinese cabbage, 38% larger harvest on leek, and 74% larger harvest on carrots without using any chemicals. Øystein Fredriksen is a Norwegian carrot farmer who received a 74% larger crop, which means an increased income of 30,000 euro per hectare in the same time as we removed the use of pesticides. Øystein has been a farmer in more than 30 years, and this is more than 60% better than any previous year. And this is not all. Annually, about 10,000 tons, or almost 1 out of 3 carrots produced in Norway, are wasted. And that is only carrots and only in Norway. The soil steaming process allows us to store the carrots up to 6 months longer, which means we can reduce the waste of carrots by 90%. Instead of all this waste, we can store the carrots longer and eat them instead. In this way, we will not end up import 8,000 tons from Southern Europe to Norway by truck. We reduce the food waste in the same time as we improve the food quality and lower CO2 emission. On top of that, the farmer gets a much better income. This is sustainability in all aspects. Professor Stephen Fenimore from University of California, Davis states that our technology is a game changer in modern agriculture. This is the team which is prepared to reduce the 4 million tons of pesticides getting out in nature next year. Our technology has got attention from most parts of the world, and in 2019, we won the prize for the most promising agri-tech startup in Europe. In 2018, we held a presentation in the United States Soil Conference in Rome. It was a great honor to our work. We work with the best universities, research institutes, and marketplace in our business, which includes the biggest agriculture university in the world, UC Davis in California, and the world's biggest berry producer, which is Driscoll's. This picture is taken during testing 3 weeks ago. We will deliver the first commercial machines next year. By 2022, we will have 14 machines in the field and 300 by 2025. In 2025, 700 tons of pesticides are replaced with steam from fresh water. When hiring our equipment, the farmer gets return on investment already the first year, while one SoilSteam treatment lasts for 5 years. So, both farmers, scientists, consumers, and authorities all around the world are convinced. What about you? Thank you very much.